Now, this is something pretty unique. Where did this come from? Where did HahaYes get its origins from? Was it a joke at first, or was there some deeper purpose from day one?
So it originally was born for actually a Spanish insurance company in 2008, but it gained a little bit of internet fame in 2013, but it wasn't until Elon Musk in 2019 really brought it to the spotlight. And when you ordered a Model Y, it would come up on the order confirmation page, which even as of today is still the case. Unless you order a Cybertruck, then you get the future, the cyberistic looking hedgehog Rizo. So yeah, it was never a joke. This was like actually very ingrained and built into Tesla culture for the last 6 years.
Awesome. So now, Rizo, from what we know, it is a community-driven project. It blends crypto, it blends culture, it of course blends a ton of comedy. What does this actually look like in practice beyond that?
Ultimately, I think we live in a very serious world, right? And I think that, you know, you said community, you said culture, you said comedy and memes, and I think all those things combined really create a powerful recipe, right? And so I think that's really what meme coins are about. And ultimately, we're very community driven. And yeah, you got to inject some humor in there because that's the best way to get a message out is through humor, right? So in practice, it's we've got our communities online, we've got in real life events, and ultimately we're here, right? We're sponsoring this event itself. We've teamed up with you guys, and here we are on stage, right? If this isn't comedy, what is it? We got a mascot. You're talking to a hedgehog right now. How does that feel, Steven?
Feels pretty unique. Feels pretty unique. Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, I think the three, like those things, like they all just come together and really it's all about community. We leave politics aside. We're all about just having fun, adding value to Tesla, raising money for charitable causes, and having a lot of fun along the way.
Of course, and I want to touch on one of the charitable things that we've actually worked on with Rizo in the past. If you remember, of course, I'm sure you remember those LA fires that happened not too long ago. When we first started off really with our partnership, soon after that, this terrible situation happened there in LA, and HahaYes and Tesla Owners Silicon Valley got together and said, what can we do? How can we partner on this? How can we make the best of a really terrible situation? And I want to say we raised over around $15,000, if I recall correctly. So really amazing seeing how all these communities, yeah, I mean, this is all of you guys. Really, it truly is all the community that actually brings in the spirit behind Tesla, the spirit behind the crypto community. Let's go ahead, we'll talk about the Elon connection. What's the real story behind Rizo? Because we know there's some connection here. What's the story behind Rizo and the Elon connection?
It's actually a really fascinating story, and given that we have such a tight timeline that you expressed to me over and over, I'm gonna actually, I'll give you, it started out in 2019, you know, with Elon putting it on the Model Y confirmation page. About 3 months later, Elon put out the OG meme, HahaYes with the hedgehog out on Twitter. This is obviously well before he owned it, and it was X, right? With the caption, sexy. But at the time, it was like, you know, instead of an E, he put a 3, S3XY, as like, you know, you guys are all Tesla fans here. I don't need to explain it to you. Those are the future models of the Tesla. It's like always Elon's thinking ahead, being mimetic and being cryptic. And yeah, you know, probably it's easiest just because like I would say in 2022, they put on this epic drone show at Tesla Gigafactory. You can go to HahaYes.co, or you could just go to our booth back there. You'll see the big inflatable hedgehog over there along with our wrapped Cybertruck, and we could tell you all about it, but it's a whole long narrative of different ways that how Elon has really mimetically and like cryptically used this thing in Tesla culture for the last 6 years. And so like to tell the whole story, it would take up the entire time. So, but it's really awesome and it's really fun. Even most recently in the robo-taxi, if you tried to tip it, you know, Elon put on X, you had to do it, you know, and it was like, you know, it was Rizo right there.
Yeah. Now, as Rizo mentioned, HahaYes does have a tent over here, and they are selling merch. All the proceeds of that go towards charitable causes.
In fact, yes, we're actually raising, everything is going 100% to charity. We're going to be donating all the funds to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
All right, so now, as we shared before, this is a meme. HahaYes is a meme, but there's growing liquidity. There's thousands of holders. real-time momentum. What is driving this movement for HahaYes?
I think at the end of the day, it's about community, right? I think you combine the meme culture, which is like a lot of people here are skeptical of crypto. A lot of people here are skeptical of memes. But when you combine like, two of the most influential, like let's just say Elon, right? And Tesla, and you create a meme around it, it actually is a pretty powerful combination, like for something very cool. And what we're kind of doing, it was never part of our intention or our purpose, but in what we're doing, and like, if and when we succeed, which is really to become Tesla's community mascot, we kind of like internally look at ourselves as Tesla's community marketing department. As we know, Tesla relies on their community to be their marketing, and Tesla fired their marketing department about 1.5 years ago. And so, I think ultimately, like we said earlier about injecting humor, and like we're really, really excited to be out here to like actually connect with, instead of being online, a tangible, in real life community of incredible Tesla owners and enthusiasts like yourself. I've had the pleasure of connecting with so many of the keynote speakers, the influencers, and just people in the crowd here. And I tell you guys, like, it's such an awesome community, right? And so I think the hedgehog, Rizo, it just really gives the Tesla community something awesome to rally around. Let's be real. It's been a really challenging few months for the Tesla community, right? It's been very turbulent, And so I think if a brand, a mascot is like a shortcut, to trust, basically, right? And so I think like right now, we really want to help Tesla grow culture. We've got some incredible value adds that we can actually talk about right after. But at the end of the day, it's very tumultuous few months, and we feel that we can help unite. That's our goal, is just to bring some fun and help unite the Tesla community once again to become stronger and better than ever.
Of course. Yeah, Tesla in Silicon Valley has a lot of great partners that we're super proud to have. But out of all of them, HahaYes truly has the most passionate, the most active, the loudest community. And in my opinion, from seeing what we have as far as everything we've done over the last, what are we at, 8 months in, somewhere around there now, it's really great to have such a supportive community to work with and to collaborate on.
I was just gonna say, it's been amazing to partner up with Tesla in Silicon Valley. And the reason we did it, right, is we went after the biggest and baddest, right from the get-go, because we really are genuine in what we're attempting to do here, which is bring as much value to Tesla as possible. But like to be taken seriously, as many people are crypto or meme coin skeptics, right? You need to have that sense of legitimacy. And that's really what teaming up with you guys has allowed us to do, as well as all the other like clubs that we've teamed up with, a lot of them that are still unannounced. And so, so without you guys, it's impossible as well. And so it's like our powers combined, we can do some really wonderful things, including who owns a Tesla here in the crowd? I can see you guys out of my mouth, by the way. Everybody? Yeah, most of you guys? Cool.
Yeah,
well,
most.
If you own a Tesla, there's a very, very good chance you're going to walk outside at the end of this event, and you're gonna have a little toy Rizo on your car. On the bottom of this toy is a QR code. Scan that QR code, right? And you're gonna be presented with a little animation that kind of explains you got rizzed. It's gonna tell you, it's like through a storytelling of you got rizzed, why you got rizzed, and ultimately why you're now gonna go rizz somebody else. And so when I say we're creating fun, cultural movements that can really unite and bring some fun to the community, it's like those types of things that I'm referring to.
Yeah, if you've seen all the ducks on Jeeps.
You have one on you, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I just showed it. Yeah, this is the little Rizo that Big Rizo was talking about. And if you've seen the ducks on Jeeps, they have their own culture, their own community. Many years ago, Tesla owners used to have our little finger wave or something like that, and that's kind of gone away over the last couple of years. And Rizo and I were talking, we're saying, what could we do to bring that back to the Tesla community? What can we do to have our own special thing? And this really is going to be the duck of the Jeeps, but for Teslas.
We really, truly believe so. We've got some guys, I can't say it all, of course. We got to leave a lot of it, to imagination and surprises. It'll be a lot more impactful, but we're working with some incredible people, celebrities that are actually truly like Elon and Tesla fans, and they're going to help us spread the word. So yeah, it's exciting.
Now, we have spoke about real unity in the past. What are you building beyond the meme? And I think you kind of just hinted at that right as you're going into it.
Yeah, yeah. Ultimately, like, it's funny because at like the beginning, this is kind of like evolved in a very cool way throughout the journey, right? Yeah, it's kind of like you're getting in early on a movement, right? It's a chance to be an early adopter for something that can become so massive, For people who hear that are into crypto, you will automatically understand it. The moment you go to our website, you see the narrative, it'll become very crystal clear to you. But ultimately, as it's evolved, I just think the idea of being able to add a significant value add to Tesla, that in itself is such a massive win. It would be like a legacy kind of type of play. And ultimately, I mean, yeah, that would be so cool. I mean, it's not often you get that kind of opportunity.
Yeah. Of course. So we have about 5 minutes left, and I know we have some really great questions that we want to go through as well. Where do you draw the line between parody and purpose? Is HahaYes a rebellion? Is it a celebration? What is HahaYes in that way?
Woo! That's a tough one. It's definitely a happy medium balance between drawing that line, because you do want to have fun, but at the same time, we also want to be taken seriously, And so to have that impact and to yet also entertain, it's always a challenge to find that happy medium, if you will.
Of course, and that's what we've shared before too, is that over the last 6-7 months that we've been working with the HahaYes community, is that there have been great humorous, insane moments, but then there's also been serious times with the LA fires and other things that we've come together on to support. And it's truly beautiful just to see the whole picture come together.
Yeah, and like, when we first approached you guys, it was like I think the synchronicities of our organizations are so spot on, right? Our missions are so aligned, right? And so I think once you guys really learned who we are, what we're about, that we operate with a high level of integrity, we're not just here to ride the backs of Tesla, but we're genuinely here to like really help build the Tesla community and make you guys entertain you guys and ultimately help, do whatever we can, I think that's our partnership is really powerful, and we're really have already done some really cool stuff together, and I'm very excited to see what things we can do in the future.
So let's have maybe 1 or 2 more questions if we have time. One more question here at least. What's next for HahaYes? What are we going to see in the next 6-12 months? What's ahead?
Wow. I mean, the sky's the limit, At the end of the day, it's going to come down to, I think, a lot of you. I think we're always popping onto X Spaces and getting to interact now a lot more with Tesla communities. And of course, because of you guys, thank you. We're given a chance to really prove ourselves, right? Especially even for the people that are crypto skeptic. And I think that every single time so far we've gotten off these spaces, the leaders of them have said, wow, okay, these guys actually they mean what they say and they do what they mean, kind of thing. And so the next 6 to 12 months will, I think, be really, really exciting. We have a lot of stuff planned. Of course, I can't really share all of those things just because it's a lot more impactful and a lot more meaningful as you just let them happen, right? But wow, we have a lot of very, very cool stuff planned here, post-event, and ultimately, you'll see a lot of cool stuff.
All right. Well, again, with that said, this is HahaYes Rizo. You're probably going to find this little guy on your car when you go outside. Check out the QR code on the bottom and enjoy this next movement for the Tesla community. Thank you.
And guys, please come out, check out our tent over there. Come interact with us. You'll really get a sense of who we are. And we really want to get to know you guys. It's really important to us, actually. And so please stop by, say hi. We've got some cool swag. Again, all of it's for charity. We're not making a penny. And we're just really excited to be here hanging out with the Tesla community. So thank you guys.